let's talk a little bit about the Hulk and She-Hulk's future. This is interesting. So, I guess we'll start with She-Hulk. Apparently, there might be some discussion about bringing her back for a season 2.
I hope so.
I would like it, but
I love season 1. I thought it was one of the best shows I've done.
Same.
Even now.
Yeah, just give the CGI some time to cook, and it would have been even better.
I still don't think the CGI was that bad as everyone says it was.
The further they get away from her, the worse it looks. But that's
sure, but that's literally everything.
That's everything, yeah.
Anything animated, anything CGI, and anything 3D. If you render a detail at a distance, you are wasting time.
Here's the solution to this: everything in season 2 needs to be in the dark, because that's how you.
So season 2 is just in New York, then, right?
Right there, you go. Like, if you watch something like Spider-Man: No Way Home, again, I love that film, but the entire third act is in the dark around the Statue of Liberty, and it's because 1, everything was CG. 2, they wanted to mask some of the bad CG. I recently just watched
before that, isn't it like the moment Aunt May dies, it's night?
Yeah, it's straight up just cut to night, and it's like, I recently watched the film. I busted out my 4K disc just to watch it because I didn't want to watch it streaming. And boy, do the details just fall apart in that film. There is some real bad CG because, again, they were rushing the film out. They had to patch it 3 times in theaters. Like, it shows. I think with She-Hulk, if we were to get a second season, my hopes are 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Write something that's tight, and also maybe pull back a little bit on some of the stuff that a lot of people didn't like. I'm not saying all of it, but there are a couple things you're like, you could probably pull back on this a little bit and it wouldn't affect the whole overall series. Like, that's not Madison, because she was great. You should keep her in every single. When Madison is not around, everybody should be asking, "Where's Madison?" Okay, that's a lot.
Where's that why? We need to know where the why goes. It's not where we think.
Oh,
yeah, it's very interesting because do we know the situation with Hulk and She-Hulk and all the other Hulk related characters? Because so far, from what I remember, is that as long as the Hulk related characters are in another character's story, Marvel can use them for whatever they want. But if they want like a standalone Hulk story, for the most part, I think it's like, was it like this? There's like distribution or something was with Universal.
Yeah, isn't it Universal distribution rights? Yeah. Well, I think that's part of the reason why they made She-Hulk, right?
Yeah,
because they could clearly use She-Hulk as the name and the title for everything, so that's a workaround. So I imagine that's probably more the reason why we get a She-Hulk season 2 more than anything.
Honestly, if they were to pivot to She-Hulk and the Incredible Hulk, and that's season 2, yeah, I would be down for that, and then have that build up World War Hulk, which apparently is still going to use Maestro. So, like, that could be a good in. It's like, hey, Hulk is here. He's trying to deal with his kid. She's with him. They're kind of trying to, all bond together and be like, hey, we got to stick together. Now there's a red one out there. There's a blue one. Apparently there's a bunch of them. Like, you could kind of see how a second season could go. And again, I do think the budget is the biggest problem, where each episode of She-Hulk was like 30 to 40 million. That's
if you're gonna get that right when it's such a CGI heavy character.
Exactly.
How do you get around?
And
I
also,
can't think of a way. How
people forget this. Part of that budget is R&D. Having to reinvent what Abomination looks like cost millions of dollars. Same with She-Hulk, the iterative process and the CG. Like, you pay artists to design one version, and then Marvel Studios comes in and goes, we need this, this, and this changed. That's another 3 weeks of payment that they have to go through. Like, so a lot of that now is gone because they know what they look like. So they could probably cost reduce each episode by 10 million minimum, from what I've been told. Yeah. So
I mean, they can go the even cheaper route, just paint them in green and have them go to town and they act in the apartment.
Oh, we could not.
It worked in the past.
Did it work? Did Lou Ferrigno's Hulk actually work?
Yeah, it's seeing a big hulking guy come out of nowhere. Makes
To
you
be
believe.
fair, there's dudes on steroids today that are like 7'2" and they're like 480 pounds. So maybe if you slap some green paint on those guys,
Yeah, but they can barely move. If you put them, if
That's
you make them
true.
act, they're gonna have a heart attack, right? Like, there's no
that's
way.
true. Yeah,
They ain't
but
gonna
they
pay
can.
that life insurance. Like,
But
come on, now.
Mitch, they can lift weight. That's all you
No.
need Hulk to do. Just to constantly pumping.
You want him to like barely lift a car up? There you go.
We're in. Oh man.
To be fair, their
That's-
balls are about the same size as the people that want that. So
That's yeah. It's true. And like looking at the bigger future of Hulk, we keep hearing, and we know for a fact now that there's a production starting next year in London in fall. That's a big production for Marvel Studios. We don't know what it is, and apparently they're aiming to put it out before Secret Wars. So it might be that one mystery film. Could that be World War Hulk? Because that feels like it needs to be, like
Yeah, maybe, or it could be the 1000th Need for Speed film.
Marvel making the Need for Speed film. Wow.
Well, if they want Hulk back with Universal.
Oh God, can you imagine if that's how they get it back?
Yeah.
Like, guys, we're sorry, we have to do it. Please. Just Feige comes out at the start of the film on stage again.
So we want the Hulk, man. We want the Hulk.
In order to bring the Hulk to the MCU full time, we had to work with Universal to bring in family. So in the next 30 minutes, you're going to see Dom fight the Hulk. Family.
What if
Here
that's
you
all
go.
it is? We have to give Vin Diesel a role.
Another role.
Oh,
That's not
he's-
Black Bolt.
he's kind of fell off.
I'm not
No,
giving Black Bolt.
that is the worst casting in history.
That is,
Ensign
yeah.
Mount was always a good casting, and he showed it for the two
Yeah, like-
minutes he was alive.
Yeah, and I think like the only reason people wanted the fan casting for Black Bolt is because of him and Riddick. That's literally all.
Yeah, pretty much it. Yeah.
Oh,
It ain't the
that's
action, I
true.
can tell you. No. Everyone going like, he hasn't got to talk. It's like, it doesn't matter. He still has to act even more than at that point. He's got to use his eyes. He's got to actually emote and everything. It's going to be worse.
That's people don't think about this.
People
They
don't
just
think. That's
That's
what I
true.
think.
So
Really depressing.
yeah, I guess we're gonna know more about this stuff soon. So when we know more about what's happening with the Hulks, we'll talk about it. Obviously, there's a couple things happening at Marvel Studios that probably could include the Hulks. So, we keep hearing Captain America. I mean, that's gonna obviously have Red Hulk and possibly
Later.
possibly Amadeus Cho, according to reports. So, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's-
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Forgot about this, yeah.
We'll see about that. But now let's well, everybody, thank you for watching that video. And as always, you can like, subscribe, share, do whatever you will. Check out the recommended video that's popped up somewhere on the screen. And also, if you would like additional content, including more discussions and more unfiltered content, check out what we offer to the members section, which has new videos going up all the time.